The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Welcome, everyone, to episode 58 of The Daily Mother Swole. Today's episode is a good one. It's a classic. Should you lose weight or build muscle first? I've always gotten this question. I still get this question, and I think a lot of you probably have the same question. If you're a little bit overweight, if you're a little bit soft, you don't have to be 500 pounds. You don't have to be absolutely a freaking whale. However, you might have the thought, well, should I lose weight first? Maybe I'll just do cardio and I'll lose some fat and then I'll start building muscle, trim the extra and then build. And that's a very common misconception, and it's absolutely, completely incorrect and ass backwards. And it's not your fault for not knowing this. It's not necessarily common knowledge, but in fitness, if you're educated and you're experienced like myself, you know this to be completely 100% false. One of the reasons why this is a common thought or misconception is because when people do anything, when you build something, when you're making a sculpture or anything that you're doing creative, physical, you usually try to get rid of everything else. You'll clean the shrubbery around, you'll trim the bushes, you'll get things out of the way, and then you'll build, like you'll clear land and then you'll build up. So it kind of makes sense, like synonymously, if you would build muscle, you would clear the fat out first and then build muscle, like as if you need to get the fat out of the way. The problem with this is you can't really get the fat out of the way effectively unless you have more muscle mass, and here's why. Your body needs to be trained. Your body needs to be trained to burn more calories at rest. Now, living tissue utilizes energy. Living tissue utilizes energy. If you don't have a lot of living tissue, if you don't have a lot of bone density, if you don't have a lot of muscle mass, your metabolism is slow. Your body does not need to use a lot of calories to maintain itself. The more muscle mass you have, the more energy you need to consume. That's food. The more protein, the more carb, the more food you need to consume in order to maintain that weight, because your body has to fuel living tissue. Fat is stored energy. If you have more fat and more stored energy, your body doesn't need to maintain stored energy. It already is stored energy. So what you need to do is demand the body, or get the body to demand that fat, those fat stores, get utilized. How do you do that? You need more lean tissue. You need more lean mass. You need more muscle. So just to get on a treadmill and start doing cardio, that is not effective. The reason why people, and this is the reason why people are on treadmills or on cardio machines for months, for years, for decades, and they look the same. They don't change. That is the saddest waste of time. Cardio is the saddest waste of time. It's just a miserable waste of time. It really is. A lot of times people are seeing results with cardio, or they think they are, because they're combining with weight training, or they're just so out of shape, or they're doing intervals, maybe they see a little bit more change, but your body becomes very efficient at doing the same amount of work, utilizing less energy. That's why cardio doesn't really work that much, because doing 30 minutes on a treadmill or a Stairmaster, your body becomes more efficient at doing that same work, expending less energy. So it becomes less and less effective over time doing cardio, doing long duration cardio. I'm not saying it's not good for heart health. I'm not saying it doesn't have any kind of benefit, but just for what people normally want, they want a leaner body, they want more muscle, less fat, it's pretty much worthless. You don't need it. You just don't need it. Unless you really enjoy it, you don't need to do it. So a lot of you that hate cardio, that are doing cardio, oh my God, I hate cardio. Good. You don't have to do it, so lucky you. By building muscle, by lifting weights, by developing muscle tissue, you are creating more lean mass, which will demand your body utilize more calories at rest. When your body is at rest, you're utilizing calories oxidatively. You're utilizing more fat when you're at rest. If you have more muscle while you're at rest, like I do, if you have more muscle, you're utilizing more fat at rest because your body has to maintain what it has on. So it has to maintain my muscle. I have to maintain my muscle. So my body is utilizing and burning calories at a higher rate than someone with less muscle mass. And because I'm at rest, I'm utilizing fat for energy. So I'm burning more fat. You need to build muscle. You need to focus on building muscle. It all comes back to weights. It all comes back to resistance training. This episode is really straight. It's straight to the point. Do not think about changing your body or changing your composition by doing cardio and losing weight first and then lifting weights. I understand people that want to clean up their diet. You can lose a lot of weight and lose a lot of water weight and start flushing shit out by just changing your diet alone without exercise. Depends on how out of shape you are or how overweight you are. Understand that you need to lift weights. You'll increase bone density. You'll prevent those degenerative bone diseases like osteoporosis going on to life. You will increase your metabolic rate. You will burn more fat. You will be leaner. People want shape. People want muscle. They want to be more lean. Let's take a question. So since I'm overweight by 40 pounds, you suggest food change and lift. Abso-fucking-lutely. Absolutely, hands down. You're 40 pounds overweight, just changing how you're obviously eating like shit. And that's not an offense. That's just you know that. That's why you mentioned it. If you're 40 pounds overweight, you're eating too many calories. You're probably not eating the right foods. And yeah, lifting weights will help change that along with a calorically restricted nutritional plan with the right foods. Getting in enough protein, about 0.8 grams per pound of body weight, and then the rest of it, healthy carbs and fat. And lifting weights, and you'll see a lot of change. Absolutely. You can do cardio. Cardio in general eats muscle. It just breaks down muscle tissue if you do a lot of cardio, so you're kind of fighting yourself, but you want more lean mass. So if you're already overweight that much, then it's because of your lack of exercise and your lack of nutritional considerations. So you're already eating too much and you're overdoing it. You're a prime candidate for premium. I would look into that. That's my premium Facebook page. Those of you who don't know, I'll just talk about that right now for those that are looking to make change today. It's my private, secret, closed Facebook group. You can sign up on my website, Swolenormous.com. It's $4.99 a month, and it implements all these things that I talk about so you can actually start moving towards your goals today. So super, 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 super accountability. I didn't see that last one that text. You're diabetic, your meds make you gain weight. It's hard to work around medications. If your medications affect your thyroid activity or they make you gain weight, I can't say whether or not you could actually work around that. First off, if you start exercising and eating better, you might not even need diabetic medication after a while. It's totally possible to get off your meds if you start helping your body regulate insulin levels with exercise and proper eating. Of course, I'm not telling you to stop taking your medication, but a lot of people actually can come off their medication from proper diet and exercise and change like that. So medication can be very restrictive to weight loss, and medication is not good for you. It's not natural. It's not natural. We take medication as like a Band-Aid for the real problem. So the root of the problem is your diet, is your exercise throughout your whole life, which likely led to diabetes. And, a lot of it could be genetic, but also you're predisposed to certain situations. But things like that can be prevented a lot of times. Is lifting better than cardio to lose weight? Yes. Yes. You do cardio more than lifting. That's why you're having, have you been losing weight? Chances are you've either plateaued or you're not losing weight to your satisfaction, not losing fat. That's the problem. People do cardio. There's this that's because fitness started with cardio. That's because fitness started like in the 80s or whatnot with cardio and this aerobic thing as if, going on a fucking treadmill like a rat will be more effective. It's not. It's not. There's a reason why people that lift weights are leaner and hard and lean. They're muscular and shredded. And people that do cardio are, fat, soft. It's just look at people. Look at people. Why does lifting work better than cardio? I just did the whole episode on it. You're going to have to watch the replay. I just went over that. Good question, but I just went over that. The entire episode today is why lifting is better than cardio. So watch the replay here on Periscope, or you can watch it on YouTube in a little bit, or listen to the podcast on SoundCloud. This is the entire episode is why lifting is better than cardio. So definitely watch the replay for sure. For sure. You need to focus on lifting. Lifting is more important than cardio. You want to lose weight. You want to change your body. You got to get into lifting weights and eating healthier. Caloric restricted diet, less than what you're burning, okay? And if you need any assistance and you want accountability and you want the weekly accountability process with goal sheets, with the social aspect, with workouts, nutrition plans, then look into Swolenormous Premium. I will... also, those of you that are in here right now that are on Swolenormous Premium already, remember tomorrow at 1 p.m. after the Daily Swole is going to be our next accountability meeting. So bring your sheets, bring your logs, bring your questions, and let's make sure everyone stays on point with that. Okay? Thank you so much for joining me for episode 58 of The Daily Mother Swole. Hell yeah. Thank you so much for joining. This is a great episode. This is actually great information that most people don't know. So make sure you watch the replay, check it out, and follow me, ask questions. I'm here every day at 12 noon Eastern Time. Thanks again for listening in. Episode 58 of The Daily Swole. I will see you tomorrow, Independence Day. See you mañana at 12 noon or shortly after Eastern Time. So thank you very much again. Keep your swole on. Remember, it's a holiday, not an excuse to slack. It's just another day. A day that we're remembering and we're celebrating from hundreds of years ago. It's still Monday. It's still time to do some fucking work. So let's do it. See you tomorrow, 12 noon Eastern Time. Peace.